So it's Sunday morning in the garden, and look at this Mexican bush sage right here. It's finally starting to flower. I grew this from a cutting, and I planted incredibly and crazily. I planted like 5 or 6 of them right here in front of the picket fence. A lot of them got beat down by storms, and they just grew too large. When I planted them, I knew how big they got, but I was like, oh no, you know what? I'll just cut them back when they get big, but that's not really the way that works. I made a mistake. This is probably too big of a plant right here in this section. Next year, I'm definitely going to plant shorter things in this bed. We're gonna walk this way since we can't walk under the arbor. The salvia fell over and covered it. Here are some hydrangeas. You can hardly see them in the middle of the Coleus. But I didn't expect the Coleus to get this big. You know, there are a lot of things that I didn't expect to happen in this garden. So it's fun. It's fun having surprises. I envisioned hydrangeas filling in this space, and they will eventually. The Coleus will die back and the hydrangeas will survive. So I'm going to come around here. These elephant ears, they are just volunteers. This is what they do. They came up here and I was like, you know what? That's great. I like that. I like the elephant ears filling in the space. Here's some more Coleus and some more hydrangeas that I planted. And here, I just planted this. This is a Bobo hydrangea. I'm really excited about it because it is gorgeous, and I hope that it will like living in this spot. These hyssop just came up by themselves. So did this Thai basil. And this plant right here, it's either some type of ginger or it could be turmeric. I'm not quite sure. Down in that hole right there, I've planted a wild cherry tree. I don't know if it's gonna make it or not. We will see. And then come around the corner here and walk between the tangerine tree and the orange tree and come up through this little path right here. This is my newest bed. There will be a fence behind this, and I'm not quite sure how far it'll go, so I haven't really been able to fill in the backside. I was hoping to wait until the air conditioner quit running, but you know, that could be all day. So I'm standing behind this new bed that eventually the fence will be right here. And I'm looking into the garden. I'm gonna come around here and walk down this little path that I made. I don't think it's wide enough. But it's fine for right now. And then you can look in the round area right here. I think what I wanted to do with it was to grow herbs and butterfly larval host plants, and I threw some seeds in here. A lot of things came up. It's a jumble. This is a cool tree. This is a Plumeria, and it will have blossoms on it. This has the blossoms that they make leis out of in Hawaii. They smell amazing. And what's cool about this tree is if you just get a piece of it and stick it in the ground, it will grow here in zone 9A. You don't have to do anything. You just take it, stick it in the ground, let it live. That's it. The hyacinth bean vine has grown so thickly that it's starting to fall in on itself. So it's falling down. It's still pretty. I'm liking it. I wanted something to fill that space. I'm hoping to have roses there at some point. This milkweed has just grown exponentially. The butterflies love it. Not just the monarchs, but I've seen every kind of butterfly imaginable out here on the milkweed. Look at this lovely James Galway rose. It's a climbing rose, but it's fallen over. It's not on the trellis right now. Isn't it lovely though? Oh y'all, the color. I have some volunteer sunflowers coming up right here by the bird feeder. Aren't they cute? It's so exciting because here's the bird feeder, well, 2 of them, and I discovered that they really like that black old sunflower. It's their favorite. So I was just like, well, I'm just gonna buy a giant bag of that and just feed them that rather than the mix. And then this happened. It's a happy, happy surprise. So this is the view from my little table and chairs. And actually it's kind of the view from my kitchen window, really, if I'm not sitting down. And oh, I'll stand up and take you down this little path. Eventually, I would like to not have any grass in here at all. I would like to dig this out and plant some kind of low growing ground cover like this. This is what I want. Look at this. This is called frog fruit. Is it not just the cutest? Let me zoom in so you can see. Oh, let's see. Look at those tiny little flowers. They're some kind of, it's a larval host plant, and I have looked it up and I can't remember it now, but it does attract some kind of butterfly. I can't tell you what. Right now we don't have enough sun for it, but I bought a little motor that's run by a solar panel, and it is so magical. I'll show it to you. Look, here's a monarch on the milkweed. It's not looking too good though, is it? Wow, this monarch is ragged out. See how it's faded? I wonder how far it came to get here. And I wonder if it's going to lay some eggs on my milkweed. Back to talking about the solar motor for the fountain. It's just run by this little square panel right here. The sun's not shining on it brightly yet. And it will spray water about a foot tall if you put one of those a different kind of head on it. I didn't do that because I didn't want it to splash all the water out of my bird feeder. I mean, not bird feeder, bird bath. I just love this Coleus here. Oh, it's just so pretty. I love how it goes from light to dark. And then I've got some more dark Coleus right there. I can walk up this path if you can get up it, because it's rather oh, it's kind of tricky. And the creeping Jenny is just going crazy. And the roses. So this is a view from under the rose arbor. If you could walk through it, this is where you would come through and walk down this path. I will be stalking butterflies here later whenever they show up. I have some more roses in this bed right here. Big Mama Rose is over here. It's not flowering right now, but it does have some new growth on it. It's kind of getting taken over by the hyacinth bean vine. I've got to cut it back. But you can see right here, let's zoom in. That is Summer Romance, and it's coming from over here. I really love how it's growing so happily right here with the Thai basil. Don't you love the color combination of the pink and the purple? I love the way the sun shines through the plants, especially these grasses. It's so lovely. Y'all, it's gonna just be a gorgeous day. I'm really excited about it because I know there will be tons of butterflies in the garden. And I'll just get to watch watch them and laugh over their antics. They're just such a joy. I hope y'all have a wonderful Sunday.